Hi everyone, good morning, happy Wednesday. We are going to continue with our family theme this week, talking about our families. Family, family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Ahad, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba, Hamesh, Shesh. 6 letters in the word family. So we're going to continue to talk about our family this week. And the people in our family, we'll review them. Family, mother, father, brother. These are all types of people you can have in your families. All families look different. Sister, baby, grandmother, grandfather. Aunts, uncles, cousins, and pets. So these are all the type of people you can have in your family, and all families are different. Some families are small, some families are big. They're all different families. And let's review our family words. Family, mishpach. Dad, Abba. Mom, Ima. Brother, Sister, Aot. Pet, Hayat, Mahmad. Aunt, Doda. Uncle, Dod. Cousin, Ben-Dod. Grandmother, Sapta. And grandfather, Saba. So those are all the different people we can have in our family, the Hebrew words for the people in our family. Alrighty, so let's start out with our month song. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 12 months of the year. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's the month of May. We're going to do our days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Alrighty, so we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. What's tomorrow? Thursday. The year is 2020. The year in Israel is 5780. Today's going to be a partly cloudy day. We might get some rain today, so it's going to be partly cloudy. And the season is what? We've been getting all this rainy weather. Why? Because it's the season of fall, winter, spring. Spring. Like showers bring flowers. So it's spring. Alrighty, we're going to count our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, the 6th day of Wednesday. And today we've been talking about families this week. So Monday we talked about some people in our family and how many people are in our family. And we talked about our immediate family, which are family members that live in your house. Tuesday we talked about relatives, people that don't live in your house, that might live farther away or maybe in the same, city or even in the same state as you, but just not in your house. So those are our relatives. So today we're going to talk about our house. Where do we live? What kind of house do you live in? Do you live in a barn? Do you live in a house? Do you live in an apartment? Do you live in a hut? Do you live in a tent? You can live in all different kinds of places. Houses is anywhere you live. A house is any place that someone can live. So let's look at different types of houses. We're going to read the story, House, Sweet House. And it's going to show us different kinds of houses. This is a house on the front. But we're going to look at different types of houses because not all houses look the same. Families live in all kinds of houses. There are big houses and little houses, plain houses and houses in all colors of the rainbow. No matter what it looks like, a family's house is a home. So look at this house. This is a house like they live in Barbados. My brother-in-law is from Barbados. It's a small little tiny island. This looks like a house that they live in, and they paint them really colorful Caribbean colors because it's an island. It's really warm there all the time. And if you notice that the windows, they don't really have windows. They have what they call shutters because they don't really need windows there, and they don't have air conditioning. So they open their shutters to help them get air so it cools down their houses. That's how they do it. Some houses are built for just one family. Other buildings contains homes for many families. Like in the city, they have big apartment buildings. So some houses are for one family and some houses are for many families, like in apartment buildings. In the city, many families live in one tall apartment building. In a small town, families often live in separate houses with their neighbors close by. A neighbor is someone on one side of you or the other. So if your house is in the middle, your neighbor would be the person on your right and the person on your left. So your house is in the middle and the neighbors are the people next to you. In one part of China, people live in a tulus. A tulu is an O-shaped building with apartments circling the center. Some houses on the edge of the desert are shaped like beehives with people living inside. So they live there. This is the tulu. And these are huts down here. They look like beehives, but they're actually huts made out of mud that people live in the desert or sand. People sometimes build houses out of whatever they find close to the land. In rocky places, people gather up stones, stack them on top of each other, and make sturdy houses that can last a long time. In dry places, people mix together mud and straw, shape it into walls, and build houses from the earth. On tropical islands, people turn palm trees into cool, leafy houses, and they let the breeze blow through. So some people can have rock houses built out of rock. Some people have houses built out of mud and straw, and some people have houses built out of palm trees. It's kind of like the Three Pigs. If you think about it, the house made out of bricks, the house made out of straw, and the house made out of sticks. Kind of like the same thing. People build houses almost anywhere, near the water, under the ground, and up in the treetops. People along rivers build their houses on stilts to keep their families dry. Some people live underground in houses that are hidden from sight. Other people build houses high up in the treetops to stay safe from the wild animals. So some people live in houses. Maybe if you live in a house down at the beach, you could have your house up on stilts because it's near the water. Some people live in houses underground. They dig underground and build their houses. Some people live in houses way up in the trees so they can stay away from, like tree houses, so they can stay away from animals. Most houses stay in one place, but some houses can travel wherever a family goes. Sheep herders in Magnolia live in houses called yurts, white tents that can be taken down, folded up, and carried to a new place. We have a similar thing that we use in our room during a holiday. Does anybody remember what it is? It's a sukkah. It's kind of like a traveling house. You put it up during Sukkot, and you can take it down, and you can put it wherever you want. So it's kind of like a traveling house. But this is called a yurt. It's a tent. They can take it down and go wherever they need to. Some people live in houses on the water like a boat. They're called houseboats. They can anchor their home at the dock, or they can travel up and down a river. There are even houses on wheels. Families can drive their mobile homes anywhere they have their houses with them when they stop. So you can travel with a mobile home. You can take it wherever you go and stop and sleep in it. And some people build houses on boats so they can live on the water. Long ago in America, houses looked very different from the kind of houses we lived in today. And remember, friends, we talked about that at Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims came over and they built houses out of like sticks and mud and things like that. But what kind of houses did the Native Americans live in? You're right. They lived in teepees. They lived in tents that they built. Native Americans built houses that fit their way of life. Those who traveled the Great Plains lived in teepees, and they could move them with them wherever they went. So there was teepees. Some Native Americans built dome-shaped dwellings out of grass. And settlers who came to America, the Pilgrims, built log cabins in the woods. They cut down their trees, notched the ends of the logs, and stacked them up to make them warm. And they were wooden houses. That's where they invented the log cabin. So they have hut houses and the log cabin houses. Alrighty. Some houses are famous all over the world because important people live there. Does anybody know what house that is? If you've ever been to Washington, D.C., you know that's the White House. That's where the president lives. The White House in Washington, D.C. is the home of the President of the United States and his family. This is a really cool house, too. This is called Buckingham Palace. This is where the royalty live in London. I wish I could live there. This is the home of the King or Queen of England. Visitors come to watch the changing of the guard. I wish I could live in England and live in the palace. We could all be princesses and queens. The Forbidden City stands in Beijing, China, and it's now a museum. Long ago, it was the imperial palace of the Chinese emperors. That might have been cool, too, to live there. We could be an emperor. Houses give people protection, comfort, and warmth. A tent in the Sahara Desert has sides that can roll up to catch the breeze or roll down when there's a sandstorm. So if you're living in the Sahara Desert, you definitely want a tent like this. In the freezing weather of the Arctic, an igloo made of snow can be a temporary home for hunters and travelers. A house with a burning fireplace can make a family feel cozy and warm. So look, you can live in an igloo, or you can live in a house with a fireplace. Houses are places to eat, sleep, work, and play. Kitchens are very busy places in your home all over the world because families make everything from burritos and barbecue. So you can... Everyone has a chore to do around the house. It might be sweeping the steps, feeding the chickens, or doing the dishes. At night, a house is where you snuggle up, you fall asleep, and you have sweet dreams. Don't mind my telephone. My telephone's ringing in my house. Somebody must be trying to call me. Houses have telephones, too. There are all kinds of houses, and there are all kinds of families. Families are what make a house a home. So just like what we're talking about this week, our families are what makes our house a home. Where do you live? What is special about your house? Where do you live? What's special about it? Do you live in a house? Do you live in an apartment? I live in a small house. My house isn't very big. It has a kitchen, a dining room and a living room, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and a front porch and a back deck, and a basement, and an attic. But it's kind of small. It just has a couple rooms. Some people might live in really big houses, and that's great because you might have a bigger family and you need more space. So everyone can live in all different kinds of houses, but it doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. It's the people that you're with that make it a home. Your family that you love and you care about, and your pets, and they make your house a home. All right, my friends, so before we go, Miss Rachel wants to show you a project that we can do today. We're going to do a house. So you're going to take a piece of construction paper and you're going to fold it in half, just like so. And you're going to draw the shape where you draw it and it goes like this. You're going to have your child cut it out. So we're going to cut along the line. Helps with those cutting skills. Looks like an arrow. Kind of looks like an arrow. Ooh, we're putting with an arrow. It's going to look like an arrow when you take it. But if you turn it this way, it's a house. So, you're going to hold it like this. This is your house. What you're going to do is you're going to draw your family on your house. So you're going to take some markers, and I want you to draw your family on your house, some people on your house. I want you to draw maybe some furniture on your house. I'm going to hook 2 other YouTube videos to this one that talks about different houses, different rooms in your house. If you want to draw rooms on your house, you can. Draw the people, draw your pets, whatever you want, but create your own house. And remember, a house without a family can't be a home. You need a home. You need a family to make a house a home. Have a great day, friends. Continue talking about families. I miss you all. I love you so much, and I will see you again Thursday. Bye.